Hi, everyone. I'm Ben Gonzalez, and this is TDI. Well, the past year has had many of us living and working and shopping online, and that includes even the large purchases that we want to be careful about, like buying a used car. And joining us today from the Greater Houston Area Better Business Bureau is Leah Napoliello to talk about how to protect yourself from online scams. Hi, Leah. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Excellent. Well, the pandemic has a lot of us being kind of extra cautious about going out, and people might not want to go to a car lot or even to a stranger's house to look at a used car. Are people doing more online shopping for autos?
People are shopping online more and more. Even before the pandemic, that trend was happening. But with the whole pandemic starting last year, people want to stay at home more for their health and safety. So it can be easy, too, to go on a website and just search for various vehicles. And it could protect your health as well. So more and more people are doing that these days. It is important to always check the website very carefully before you go with that particular company, especially for a major purchase like a car. So check with the Better Business Bureau, see if we have any complaints or reviews on a particular site. You can even read through those complaints and reviews and see how the business has handled past customers. So it's always a good idea to do your research when you're buying a major purchase like a car, especially when it's online.
Yeah, the last car that we bought was actually pre-pandemic, but we did go through a service that was available through a bank, so that's a good way to do it, is to have some kind of relationship with the entity that you're working with. The Better Business Bureau recently put out a report about these virtual vehicle scams. What are you talking about there, and what kind of things are you seeing?
So we are seeing many instances of online vehicle scams happening across the country. And basically what we're seeing is people go on these online marketplaces. So that could be Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and they're buying from an individual seller. So this seller, which is actually a scammer in some cases, is putting up a photo of a car in a description. They make it sound very enticing. They will offer usually an extremely low price for this particular make and model. So they really will entice buyers to come in and purchase from them. They will often say that they are trying to get this deal done very quickly because of some extenuating circumstances too. So once someone agrees to purchase the car, then they will send the money. Sometimes they're referred to an outside site in order to supposedly protect their money before the car arrives. So after they've paid, then they wait. They never get their car. So they reach out to the seller and ask what exactly is going on. And at that point, the seller is not responding to them, not following up at all, and they're totally gone. So then the unsuspecting victim is not able to get a car, and they're not able to get their money back either. It was all just a ruse. There was really no car available for them to purchase. It was just something that the scammer is using to try to get money out of people.
So that perfect car may not have ever existed.
Right, that perfect car in all likelihood did not exist at all in this case.
Tell me again about you mentioned like a third party that they want to handle the money. How does that work into things?
So in some cases, the scammer will refer you over to another site, like another escrow site, where they will say that your money will be kept safe or secure or protected in this type of transaction. So you can keep it there, and then it will not be taken out of that site until you actually get your car. But in actuality, the scammer is also operating this other escrow site or protection site, and it's just another way for them to make you think that this transaction is secure when it really is not.
It's the illusion of security then. Um, uh, so how do you protect yourself if you're shopping for a car online?
It is important to recognize some of the red flags. So if you see an offer for a car that sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. If it's a very low price for this particular make and model that you're not seeing elsewhere, then that can be a red flag right there. Also, the seller will typically be very difficult to reach. If they actually are in your area and you want to reach out to them and actually see the car before you buy it, they will give an excuse, say they have COVID or some other issue as to why they're not able to meet with you and let you inspect the car ahead of time. They will also, you need to look out for certain scenarios that they will give you. So they may say that they're with the military, so they're having to go overseas really quickly. So that's why they're giving such a low price for the car and why they can't meet with you at the time.
The urgency of the thing.
Right. They're making it seem very urgent. And that also they may say something like that the car has sentimental value for them, that a spouse has passed away or a child owned the car, and they just want to get rid of this car as soon as they can. So they're just accepting the lowest price for it and wanting to get it done as soon as possible. So if they're saying those types of scenarios, those are the types of things the scammers say again and again. So if they're using that type of story on you, then know that that is going to be likely a scam as well.
Yeah, a lot of the things you were saying sound very familiar to me. It's kind of the things we warn people about with insurance scams, like a bad health insurance. It's like, you have to do this today. No, you don't really have to do it today. And if it's, like you said, if it sounds so good, it's probably a red flag. Well, some of those are the kind of the big red flags, but are there any kind of more subtle signs that you might be able to pick on that should at least get your antenna up?
You should also do a research the actual ad itself and do a reverse image search and see if that photo is appearing on other online marketplaces across the country. So if you see it on other sites with different contact information, then that's a red flag right there that it's not really a legitimate offer. They also typically, the scammer will want you to pay using alternate methods of payment. So they may want you to use a gift card. Go out and buy gift cards, and then after you put the money on the card, give them the numbers from that gift card, and then they just take the money right out of the card. They may also do wire transfers, that type of thing. And they're using these methods because they can largely be untraceable. So the law enforcement has trouble trying to find where this money is going, and also the likelihood of you getting the money back is very low as well in that type of situation.
Okay. So worst case scenario, you think you've done your due diligence and everything, but it looks like you've gotten your money stolen. What do you do at that point?
If you have been the victim of this scam, it is important to notify law enforcement, so your local police, but also the FBI deals with online crimes as well as the Federal Trade Commission. So definitely let them know what you have experienced. And even if it may be difficult or impossible for you to actually get your money back in the situation, but at least the law enforcement can be looking into it and trying to put a stop to these scammers from going after other victims as well.
Right. Look for the trends and see where these scams are taking place.
Right.
Well, Leah, thanks for all this. But I guess on the other hand, if consumers want to find out if a business is legitimate, you guys have resources to help them, right?
If you're looking to find a business that is legitimate or just research various scams, you can always check with the Better Business Bureau at our website, bbb.org. You can also call our national number, 703-276-0100. And we can refer you to a local Better Business Bureau in your area as well to answer any questions or concerns that you may have, or if you need to report a scam to us as well.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it, Leah. Good information today. So if you need help understanding auto insurance or any kind of insurance coverage, we have lots of consumer tips on our website. That's tdi.texas.gov, or you can call our helpline. That's 800-252-3439. So for Leah Napoliello at the Better Business Bureau in Houston, I'm Ben Gonzalez, and this is TDI.